Hey everyone, Roman here from DS Creative Studio. This week, we're going to start the journey of designing, building, and installing a closet storage system for the primary bedroom in my house. Of course, I'll be using computer-aided design and a homemade CNC to make all the cabinetry from scratch. This is going to be a multi-part project, so let's get started. All right, so this is my closet. Got sort of a his and hers side situation going on here with this column in the middle. And luckily we already have electricity running inside the closet. We have a light. And I've been informed that I will not be showing you the inside of our closet in its current state. So here's a look at the 3D representation of the new plan, what it's going to look like. Now each side is going to have a nice set of drawers as well as plenty of rack space. We'll be keeping the upper shelf, so luggage or shoe storage or other items like that, as well as adding a floor-to-ceiling center storage with adjustable shelving. So that is the plan. And this is the machine I'll be cutting everything out on. It is a practically all metal Lowrider V2 from V1 Engineering. I've installed a spindle cam so I can keep an eye on things. And it does a pretty good job. They are now on V4 of the Lowrider CNC, and it looks quite different, but now that I've got all metal parts, I don't really want to upgrade. All right, so if we jump back into Fusion, I use a Fusion plugin called Map Boards. It's not a free plugin, but it does do a great job at packing all of your parts, positioning, and consolidating them onto easily cuttable sheets. So definitely worth it if you do this sort of thing, in my opinion. And then just a quick look at my tool paths. I just have some 2D adaptive clearing for the dados and rack recesses, and then just 2D contours for all of the outer contours for each of the boards. The bit I'll be using is a 1/8 inch Slim Jenny from Cadence Manufacturing. It's an 1/8 inch 2-flute compression bit. Great for working with plywood, especially really problematic chippy plywood like this birch. Before I start cutting these large sheets of plywood, I'm just going to run a quick test and cut out some small parts just to test the tolerances and make sure I've got all of my sizes correct and that the machining strategies that I'll be using are going to work well for the materials and for the bit. As you can see, this is way too slow, so I got to adjust some there. And this is the finished result. I think these small test pieces came out pretty well. And ooh, yeah, that dado fits nice on the real stock, so. So I built this system back in 2020, and I think all in was about $600, which is just phenomenal for a decently accurate full sheet CNC machine. My goal really was just to be able to eventually carve up a full 4x8 sheet like we're going to do today. One of my favorite features on this machine is the adaptive bed mesh. This is the same feature found on most common 3D printers. The machine will, using a probe, travel around the work surface and probe at various points, recording where it encounters the stock. And then as it travels around for the rest of the cuts, it can actively compensate for any humps or dips that are naturally occurring in your stock or in your table. And there the machine has finished, and now we can see the results. And quite a few of those numbers are pretty different, indicating to me that we've got quite a bit of variance over the entire surface. Nothing left to do now but hit play and start the cut. All right, that thing is rocking. Looks good to me. And it looks like our shop safety officer approves too. And this is why that active compensation was so important. It cut all the way through without leaving a mark on the metal underneath. Saved my surface and saved my bit. Now let's let this thing get to work. Alright, we're most of the way through the second board now, and I knew things were going too smoothly. You look, these cuts all great. And this one though, what the hell? Looks like it might have been on its second pass, and something happened here that pulled it off path. It just veers off and right into the next board. Ugh. Luckily, it looks like our bit is still intact, so I guess things could have been worse. Okay, I have figured it out. I started doing that second cut, and I noticed something is still wrong. So it looked like something was binding. This side was really jittery in its movements, and if we come down here, there should be a belt, and I don't see any belt. Ah, there it is, lying on the floor in this track. this should be under tension at all times, though something has definitely gone wrong here. I'm surprised the machine moved at all. Really, there it is. Yeah, somehow this lost tension. And now that I've popped off this cap to diagnose, you can see these are just some caps that I printed. These are not a part of the official design. But you can see there is broken plastic in there. One quick 3D print and installation later, and we are back in business and ready to finish this up with the third sheet. And that went off without a hitch. So here we have it. These are all of our boards, cut to size, routed, recesses, everything. That wasn't too bad. And if we want to do an accuracy check, boy, this is harder to do one-handed. There we go. That's good enough for me. That is spot on. We are well underway. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe so you can catch the rest of this series, where I'm going to assemble, install, and finish this new closet storage system. The next episode will be tackling the drawers. See you then.